Haven't done a multi-tool review in a while, not because I haven't gotten a few. Well, a couple of three. I don't have much room for as much junk as I used to acquire, but I do acquire more than I should, as you've probably seen if you've seen a few of my videos. But I'm not a big fan of hammer-based multi-tools, and usually they're very inexpensive because nobody really makes them who wants to have a multi-tool that lasts, and that's a pretty good reason for doing that. Is because if you have, I keep wanting to say ballistic, but it's like a gunfire. But when you have an impact multi-tool or anything that you're going to beat up with, you're going to have a short life of a multi-tool. I really did like this one basically because I love the point of this impact side, and you know I'm always dealing with wires and with connectors, and you could crimp a connector with that if you are very good with your aim and you want to give it a good swing. And this is not bad for an impact multi-tool. Like I said, they're not going to last long. In fact, you're probably going to lose these plastic side pieces pretty quickly. But it does have knives that are reasonably good. It does have a hex bolt multi-tool of sorts there. It has the other common things: saw blades, Phillips head screwdriver. It's got a straight edge screwdriver, and it's got blades. This is not something that, like I said, you're going to have for a tremendous amount of time, but it's very cheap, so it's not like it's something you won't you're going to take a lot of pain if you lose it. But it does have that point, and I do like the fact it's got that point. So I thought I would take a quick view of this, and it does contain its own little pliers here, so you can actually put it in there. You get a hex bolt in the correct position, you can't actually turn it. Of course, you're going to have an area where this oddball size is going to be correct and give you access. It has it's not truly a cutting blade, but you can use that to cut to some degree. Or, like I said, it's sort of a good tool if you're doing electronics, not the hammer portion in particular, but you can actually crimp some connectors, which is probably what I would be using it for on those rare occasions that I would use it. And it's pretty cool, very heavy, and that's not a bad thing. Of course, because it's a multi-tool, it's kind of short, so you're not going to get the dynamic leverage you would get when using a hammer, because you're just not going to be able to get a good swing with a long handle. But I thought I would give you a quick look at this. I'll put the information. FMS is the manufacturer or the model name, and I will put the information below if you want this. Like I say, it's an impact tool, so don't expect it to be pretty or to last for a very long time. But if you're not going to use it very often, it's not a bad thing to keep in a drawer, because you know, if you're going to use it like you know, most multi-tools should be used, at least this kind, you know, just sort of in your kitchen or your workshop drawer when you can't find the tools you actually need. It's not a bad thing to use. Especially I like the hammerhead, and I don't know the specific name for this, and there is a specific name, and I apologize. I'll find it and I will note it below. In any case, that's all I've got, and I will be back with you later. I thought I'd do a product review since things have been kind of slow since I've been doing mechanics and trying to recover from the heat. See you next time.